I go school, but I ended up being an architect. Do you understand? I ended up being an architect. I have a degree in architecture, and today I have a master's degree in cybersecurity. And nobody tell me to go school.
Because
now me by myself to make my decision.
At the end of the day,
no, hold on now, hold on,
you
hold on.
discovered yourself.
Hold on, John, hold on. Because of the way you dey push the team. You understand?
No, I wasn't talking to you, bro.
Nobody tell me to go school.
Bro, I was not
Now
talking
me
to you.
decide.
Bro, I was not talking to you. I was talking to the new Tompo, the bloody moron that was on the comment section and told what my dad did for me, child abuse.
No, you are lucky. Seriously, you are lucky to have
calm down small.
You're lucky to have that kind of father. I wish I get parents may drive me to do things. Nobody drive me. I do my stuff. But then today,
no, bro,
I feel like
I wasn't referring to you. Sorry, I wasn't referring to you. I was
Good
referring to
evening.
that link.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Right,
please.
let's have a lady with us.
Good evening. Peace of the Lord be with you.
I'm going to say we should be very careful. We all have different experiences.
Yeah.
Okay? And sometimes when you've not experienced hurt, betrayal, manipulation from your own blood, you might not really know how to talk about these things. It's not about, oh, my father did this, my father did that, my father did not buy me this, my father did not that. You might even have a parent that is present in your life, but you are being abused. You can be
just say you are being ABU. Just call it ABU because of social media.
You can have parents in your life that is being manipulative. They might use the money the way. Excuse me, let me talk, John. Your experience is different. People.
I don't know where you get this word from.
Exactly. See, we are different, okay? And that's why we have different opinions.
So Papa go bump again.
I'm telling you, yes, be grateful to your parents, okay? Be grateful and thankful to God that you do not have that experience.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Yes, I'm here. Let's talk about this Asake story.
Do you have that experience?
Yes, I do.
Testing 1 2. Okay.
Yes, I do.
I'm live.
So you
do not know the pains.
So
hold on, let me talk. Don't question me. Let me finish my. Let me finish
I need to understand.
You do not. Hold on. You do not know people's pain. That the free that is sat there, right, is the reason why I still speak to one of my parents. Because of his teaching of, I think I've had the personal discussion with him years ago. But when you have parents that continually, they are not changing.
All right, I think I should call that. Let's talk about Asake. Welcome. Do me a favor, hit like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. See that? I was just watching. Funny enough, it just happened to be live, and I was just getting ready to shoot this video about Asake. Asake is trending right now because of fatherhood. So let's talk about fatherhood real quick. Okay, let's talk about fatherhood real quick. Oh, there's a lot of struggle out there when it comes to family, marriage, life in general, critical thinking, active listening, those nice things. A lot of people are struggling for coconut head reasons, expectations, entitlement. Of course, a lot of parents are also struggling with that respect. But while we're talking about this, if you, like 2 days ago, Asake's father, I posted it on my Instagram page. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you're missing out big time. You're missing out. I've been posting, especially during the weekdays. Weekends might be tough, but I basically set some postings in motions just so in real time, as we're catching stuff, we're also putting these lessons out there. And you might not think it doesn't concern you right now. At some point, it will be of concern to you. Okay, so a few days ago, Asake's father came out. Let me go to my page real quick. Asake's father. So yeah, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you're following. It's man of prestige _ there might be one more underscore, I'm not sure, but just put man of prestige _ it should come right up. you need to be one of these 492 followers here. For now, until we hit 1,000, if you follow me, I'll follow you right back. Okay, until we hit 1,000 followers, if you follow me, I'll follow you right back. Especially if you're a content creator, of course, that will be of value to you. All right, so let me pause this and refresh. I'll be right back. All right, so as I was saying, so Asake was out there, and the father came. I'm gonna play this video and then we'll talk. I think it's this video right here, this one.
Yeah.
bí mo dẹ̀ ṣe sọ síwájú orúkọ wọn ń jẹ́ Fatai Ọdúnsìn, àwọn ni wọ́n bí Àṣàkẹ́ tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí Ọlọ́ládé Mr. Money. Àwọn ni wọ́n jẹ́ Àṣàkẹ́, àwọn ni wọ́n bí Àṣàkẹ́ tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí
Asake Mr. Money.
Àmọ́ bó ṣe wà ní pé èmi ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ wọn, mo ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà fún wọn nítorí pé ṣé ìdí pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn gan. Téèyàn bá dẹ̀ ń pè pé kò sówó lọ́wọ́ mi, ṣé ìdí pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi, kò sí nǹkan kan ni. Nítorí pé èmi náà ọba jẹ́mi náà dẹ̀ nì, mo ò rí ṣàlágbára fún wọn, ṣe ní kí n wá síwájú ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà nítorí pé mo mọ̀ pé ẹlẹ́yin.
So what he's saying is that Asake, as you can see, you guys are not engaged on my Instagram page yet. So help us. I want to say shout out to the mom of five. So if you know you are very present on Instagram, I would like your engagement to help us get the words out there a little bit more. But anyway, as you can see, Asake, with some help of this gentleman, that he's asking for help from the general Nigerian public. Who is Asake? Asake is an Afrobeat artist. This is one of the most popular Afrobeats artists right now. He used to be signed to Olamide's YBNL. It's since in the last 1 year or so, he's been released from YBNL. I think they've gone their separate ways. At least that's the last news that I got. I don't know if that went all the way through, but anyway, he's very big now. He's making serious money. I think he actually moved to LA, Los Angeles, California, not too long ago. So he's out there. He's also parading some young model chick out there, and you know, he's making good money, undoubtedly, right? So now the father is shouting out into social media saying he needs help, financial help to be precise. The guy is also sick, and that's what you're looking at over there. All right, so now with that being said, let's see here. Okay, let's play. All right, so then Asake came out with this video. Listen. He said you can't satisfy the world. You can't satisfy the world. Everything you're doing, just doing it for God. And just remember, you can't satisfy the world. You can't satisfy the world. Everything you do it for God. Remember. He said, remember something, but I didn't get that. But he said, can't you see? He said, even my father wants to cajole me. Can't you see how it's going? Even my father wants to cajole me. He said, you can't dim my light. He said he had one how do you say that? One heart, right? Like he was dealing with people with good hearts and everything, and he was doing a lot of transfers, sending money.
Distract me, my move on. Life me go very I'm close to God.
He said his life doesn't want trouble. It's God that's carrying him along. All right, so that's his reply to the whole saga. All right, now with that being said, let's assess the situation in your life for the rest of your life. Okay, if you really want to operate from a place of wisdom, as much wisdom as possible, nobody knows it all, right? If you want to operate from a place of emotional intelligence, again, nobody knows it all. I'm just telling you from a place of small authority, okay? With all humility, make sure that number one, you listen, number two, you assess. Those two things, they take time. It takes a lot of patience. It takes time, it takes patience. There's an alternative to those two things: listening, active listening to be precise, and assessing things. There's an alternative. The alternative that most people, for that matter, will operate from is they use their own experience. They're not usually open to admitting to it is their own experience. They use common sense, which I think common sense is still very useful, but common sense becomes useless when it's just purely based off of your outlook on life and your experience, just how you see things. And how you see things is just how you see things. It's not an accurate depiction of life or the actuality or reality of things. When I say reality, it's not always a tangible. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, it must involve the emotional reality of our experience as human beings. I know it's a lot of English, but just bear with me, okay? Bottom line is that it's a lot more going on than just your outlook on life and just how you see things or your personality or your temperament. There's a lot more going on. So you don't want to operate from that place, because you'll be shooting yourself on the legs. It might look like we're talking about Asake, but we're talking about you too. We're talking about how you see life events, how you interpret life events. Do you understand? So now with this, people have a lot of opinions. As a matter of fact, Asake is going viral as we speak. Okay, there's another video that I want to play real quick. Not this. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, let's go here. Let's go to this page right here. So there's another closer video with the father. Here you go. All right, let's listen. He said, I am the real father of Asake. That's what he's saying. That's the father. You can see it looks like one eye is maybe out. I'm not sure if you can see with that eye, but he looks very sick. Fatai Odusi is Asake's father. He's the actual father. He said he's Ahmed. His real name is Ahmed Ololade. So I think the Asake name is actually his mother's name. He said he used his own penis to give birth to him. He's the guy, you know. Now you can hear already, if you have any sense, let's just call it what you see. These days, I don't know if you notice, I don't they call a spade though. So you know, like I'm like that, right? So occasionally I'm doing that. Okay, if you have any sense at all, you're hearing some entitlement already in that, in the tone, in the mannerism, especially if you understand Yoruba very well. You can hear some entitlement there. Entitlement is one thing, a sense of entitlement is another thing. Moving from a place of entitlement is not always beneficial, because what do we know about human beings? Human beings will be your mates, especially the closest ones. They will disappoint you, they will fall your hand every now and then. You can't trust human beings beyond just yourself and your ability to influence and to attract who you are. I know all of that is unfair, but welcome to the real world. Let's continue. He said he's the one that raised him. Nobody else raised him with him in Lagos Island. He said once he became somebody, he didn't have time for him anymore. He said he's been calling him since 2022. He didn't pick up his phone. He said he didn't pick up his phone call. He said, but he's tired, that's why he voiced out. Now, the first video that was playing was actually going on live right now. There's a gentleman, I forgot his name, he's always on Daddy Freeze Live. He was the one that was basically getting behind. Like, instead of him to use sense, again, listen, assess, but he's speaking from his own experience and his outlook on life. His outlook is always to defend men. Now, I also have an innate natural to defend men, but I listen, then I assess case by case by case before, even though at the back of my mind, I naturally want to defend my gender, right? But once I see atrocities and I see certain things, particularly from an emotionally intelligent standpoint, then I have to say, hey, this angle, my brothers, we have to watch out for this. We have to watch out for this. fatherhood, a lot of people are peddling the idea that fatherhood is not rewarding. And especially if you're taking care of other man's children. Like, for example, you married to a single mother, you know, that truth is a generalized truth. That means there are some nuances to that that's simply not true. If you end up in those nuances, those exceptions of the rule, which a lot of you that engage this topic, you will end up in the exceptions of the rule. Now you go come collect, right? You will come sabotage yourself because you're basically listening to the rules. Unfortunately, your story is the exception of the rule. So now you end up collecting woto from your own self because because you did not listen. You're not assessing case by case. You have a natural urge to numb your own pain and generalize. Now you're numbing that pain short term. In the long term, you will collect. You go collect. Why? Because the devil is smarter than you, obviously, and is always going to come from a blind spot, not from what seems like the rule. Now, why am I saying all of that? This is not the moment to defend father. You might end up having to defend the father, but at least make sure you listen and assess first. Some of the rhetoric out there that I've heard is that the mother, but he's taking care of his mother more now, and and not the father who actually raised him. Now, I know human beings no be your mates, but ultimately, when a human being has something they care about, they're yielding to what they care about. Usually, it's from a place of their feelings. If they feel right around you, they will want to be around you more, even when it's unfair. Do you understand? So if you're a person that has taken care of the child, I don't know yet, though, I'll read some more stuff here in a second. If you are the one that has taken care of that child, sometimes it's you mothers that have been in this period. You've taken care of that child, but you notice that the child doesn't want to be around you. You have to pay attention to beyond just how you feel. You have to pay attention to beyond just how you feel. There is more to that story than meets the eyes or your emotions, right? But when you lack self-awareness, you don't often pay attention to how you come off as other people, because in your heart of hearts, it's unfair. You've done everything you can do for that person. So I'll give you an example. If Baba Asake, somebody was already alluding to the fact that Baba Asake was a very tough father, like a disciplinarian. They proudly call themselves disciplinarian, to the point that when they become adult, you become something. They are assigning the credit of you becoming something to the fact that they were a disciplinarian. That's what that young man was arguing about in the beginning. But then the result is right in front of you. You don't want to pay attention to the result. The result is that Asake no one be around you. After he done ten money, like transfer money to you, he still feel like he needs to distance himself from you as a father. That's unfair, I know, because that's how you feel. But maybe you should listen a little bit closer. It could be because Asake is a crazy person who you really don't need to be around. But it could also be more likely that you haven't paid attention to how you show up in Asake's experience. How do you show up? Our parents often don't pay attention to how they show up in the child's experience, even into the adulthood of the child or the children. I'm lucky enough to have parents that pay attention to that. I've had my father here on this platform before, and you heard him speak with a lot of emotional intelligence. What I found is that it's not very common, but even at that, with that kind of father that I have, there are moments that I'm like, damn, he didn't get it. He didn't get that he's on the offensive side of things in specific situations. My mother, on the flip side, similar, very emotionally intelligent woman, but obviously not perfect. So there are moments that I felt like she's not getting it. She can't get it. Why? Because she's caught up in her own emotions. And some people do it grossly. Some people do it to the extreme where their children don't want to be a part of their lives, and now they're super surprised because they have never taken the time to listen to why our child is doing that. Why? Because you're the child, I'm the parent, I'm always right. See that attitude? That's all you need to hear, or hear even in the way they talk, before you know what's about to happen. Like, it's not rocket science, but a lot of time it's like when you see some people argue about this, it's like you might as well just call it rocket science. All right. Let me that's Baba Asake talking right there. All right, so that's him right there. So somebody said probably abandoned him as a kid. See the outcome. That's the obvious. The obvious is somebody who abandoned you as a kid. That one should not, they don't prove entitlement, but sometimes they still prove entitlement because I'm the father, right? In this case, they're actually saying he was physically present. But a lot of Nigerian men, they really don't see the difference between physically present and emotionally absent. They don't know that those two things can be the same thing. Yeah, they don't know. And it's not about being perfect, it's just to be aware. The awareness is half the battle won, because sometimes circumstances as a father will make you have to be away from the children. Maybe you work in another town, maybe there was a divorce, maybe you just couldn't be there. It's just what it is. But the awareness is literally, if we could just be aware, it's half of the battle won. So if you put a little bit, if you're just aware, then obviously naturally your interpretations of the events, how the children act, will be a little bit better than just coming from a place of ignorance and entitlement. If you come from that place, it's not going to pan out well for you. Guaranteed. Now you feel how you feel. You're the father. You should always be. Honor your father. But that's just simply not how life plays out. So now you're going to say it's unfair. You're going to turn around and say it is not fair. Now, there's a video that I saw the other day by a lady. I'm going to highlight this lady talking about the experience of a father. And a lot of people don't get it. I'm going to use this opportunity of this video to highlight what that video actually meant. It's a super emotionally intelligent, wisdom-packed video by this young lady. Her name is Chidima Special. She's been going viral. I'm gonna play it. It's a lot of wisdom, but a lot of those wisdom are hidden in words. You have to be a Arunu Jinle. You have to be a critical thinker to get a lot of this. And if you're not a critical thinker, you will still connect with it, but in the wrong direction. You will just use it to justify bullshit, essentially. Yeah, I know. Lots of angles. All right, so I'm going to play that video and then we'll come back to Asake to talk a little bit more about Asake. Because again, this is not going to be as simple as one person is right or wrong as usual. Because Prestige family, you know better than that. Don't come to me with something is wrong or something is right. Because, obviously your comments, anything you have to say will be dead on arrival.
Sorry.
Okay, why? Because you're sharing the obvious. Okay, I'm even willing to tell you that you're right.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but you're not bringing anything special to the table. Sorry, you're just like everybody else out on social media streets. So give yourself candy, clap for yourself. You're right. But for those of us that want to learn, I'm not telling you what to do. I just want you to think a little bit deeper than the usual bullshit. Okay? And yes, I'm coming from a coach standpoint. I'm not your typical content creator. All right, so let's listen to this.
As a man, no one will tell you this. Life won't be fair to you. It doesn't matter the level you get to.
He said, as a man, life won't be fair to you. It doesn't matter what level you get to. How many times do I tell you here, I don't do the fairness thing? The fairness thing, because what do you want me to tell you? That it's not fair for you? Like, okay, it's not fair. What do you want me to tell you? That it's fair for the other person and you're just the one that's always right? Okay, you're right. Like, what do you want from me? Okay, you're right. Case closed. You should shut down this video and keep it moving. I bet you're not gonna keep it moving because you know in your heart of hearts, these things are a lot more deeper. Let's keep going.
Two types of life. The outside one, that is the one everyone sees. And there is the one only you have access to. And that is the one you ponder on when you are alone in bed. Did you do something wrong? Not yet. Your decisions today play a bigger role in your future. The time you take today to discipline yourself will definitely help you in the long run. Do you know how powerful it is to do things not because you are under pressure or pushed to do it? Be wise and understand you have been put in the war front as a man. Life.
Understand that you have been put in the war front as a man. Ladies, thank you so much. I appreciate all your support for us. I appreciate when you just see something from the right and wrong and say, that's not fair. Let's support the men too. Trust me, I appreciate it too. But when you're in the war front of this life, when you're in the war front of this life,
I never expected it.
Gentlemen,
He shock you.
when you're on the war front of this life, I didn't say of your situation, or I didn't say of your job, or of just life, period. And all you're doing, gentlemen, is playing fairness game with women. Could it work? It cannot.
Sorry.
It can't work. It can't work. You have one more chance. You have one more alternative to everything I say here. There's technology, and I don't mean I'm as insult. I promise you, Hala. I don't mean I'm as insult. There's technology. You can change to a woman, but even at that, if you end up in America, Trump say, Baba, wherever you are born as is what you are born as. You cannot join the sports game with women. You can. Listen, but there's technology. If you want to just have the experience, still will it complete? It cannot be complete. So this idea of changing lanes and let's just hold the women accountable too. It's not your words that really matter. It's that attitude that you have right there. Baba, you go cry. Could it work? But let's continue to listen to Auntie Chidima. Let's continue.
Won't be fair. Your environment won't be fair. Your relationships won't be fair. Friends you think you trusted with this.
Ladies like, what do you mean? It should be fair. No, it should be fair. Let's just be fair. I know.
That is God.
Yeah. Ladies, like I said, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it that you want to be fair to men. For those of you that have correct sense, I get it. It's not even about sense, to be honest with you. It's not. But I appreciate it. But stay in your lane. Let me handle the gentleman. Let me handle it. They won't like me, okay? They won't like me. Short term, they won't like me. But I promise you, they're in the back channel. They always come back to me. They're my clients. They know that everything they've tried did not work. They know.
Halfway.
They know that everything they've tried. That's coconut head. I'm right, you're wrong thing.
Oh, beauty.
It did not. It couldn't work. This woman that's talking right here, she gets it. I bet she's only able to get it because she's seasoned. She's seen life.
Disappoint you. At some point, family won't be fair as well. That is why I use this paper to make you understand. If you watch closely, it is as if everyone is coming for you and no one understands you. That is one thing that comes with being a man. As above, so below. Small challenges offer smaller rewards. Bigger challenges.
Small challenges offer small reward. Bigger challenges
brings bigger rewards. So
brings bigger rewards. This is why I tell you, gentlemen, I'm not your enemy. But when you see challenges and you're able to face them, it's for your own good. It's for your own good. But when you see challenges and you start to call accountability and you want to hold women accountable, all this stuff, you're not helping yourself. You're stunting. Is that the word? You're disrupting your own growth. You're not helping yourself. You want soft life. Okay, good luck.
Be wise. Chin up and don't let it get inside your head. You need clarity in your mind in order to face these challenges. Okay?
That's so awesome. Her name is Shijima Special. Go follow her. That's kudos to her. For that amount of wisdom in a short, chipped, cut up video. It's beautiful. Love it. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm following her. That's a crime. I'm following now. Anyway, so this idea of bringing It's Not Fair to Men into this conversation about Asake is a terrible, terrible idea. We need to, gentlemen, listen to me carefully. Listen, it's a very tough thing for us to do because we can see so far. So sometimes we don't have that patience to listen. But actually, you have the power. You just have to know this and know peace. That you have to listen, then you have to assess. Listen, assess. LA. Listen, assess. Listen, assess. That takes a lot of patience. Patience takes a lot of energy. Patience is difficult. It's easier said than done, especially when you can already see the answer so far. So it's like you in your subconscious mind, you don't feel the need to go through all these emotions. You call it emotionalism, or they're emotionally blackmailing you. Baba, you're self-sabotaging if you just don't calm down. Okay? And listen, your weapons, your biggest weapons of mass destruction, mass building, mass benefits, mass rewards is in those listening. It's in taking the time to listen and assess the situation beyond fairness. Stop playing the fairness game. It's not your game. You're in a war front. The enemy is not trying to be fair with you. It's absolutely, listen to my words, I'm not mincing words with this one. It's absolutely stupid to as a man or as a leader, because some of you ladies are leaders in your position, to be trying to play that fairness game. You're self-sabotaging. If you consider yourself a leader in any respect, being a leader comes with a lot of responsibility, and sometimes life is not fair. It's going to seem like it's not fair. So am I saying it's okay that it's not fair to Asake's dad? No, I'm saying the solution is not in trying to play that entitlement fairness game. The solution is somewhere between listening and assessing. That's where the solution is. If you are human beings like the rest of us, if you are like Akudaya, you are some kind of weird monsters, what do you call them, aliens, that you're not having a human experience, I'm not speaking to you. I promise. I'm talking to people that are having human experience. You're not the first one to feel like life is not unfair. Life is not fair. I guarantee you. The rest of us, including your own enemy, they already feel like life is not fair either. So how are you going to win? How are you going to be a winner in this equation if the other person feels like life is not fair and you too, you feel like life is not fair? So who is telling the truth? Oh, that's the other angle. But I'm the truth teller. Yeah, nah, not so easy. It's not that simple. Bottom line is that we don't know everything that went down in Asake and his father's story. You cannot judge. You cannot manipulate with your words or your emotionalism, especially if you don't know the true story. You don't know why that young man is going through what he's going through. He has all the money in the world, all the fame, but he can't even have a relationship with his father, and you think you're just going to use a right and wrong and be all this Oyibo stuff about therapist, psychological stuff. You think you're just going to get away with this? Wait for your turn. Anyway, I see a write-up here. Somebody said, Shagun Ben Ajayi said, the truth about Asake's father, Mr. Odusi Fatai, a call for help. In this age of social media, truth and falsehood collide in real time. And the fastest fact checkers are often the people themselves. Yesterday, I love that statement already. The fastest fact checkers are often the people themselves, themselves. Yesterday, a heartbreaking video surfaced of Mr. Odunsi Fatai, father of Grammy nominee Ahmed Ololade Asake. Yeah, he's a Grammy nominee. That's crazy. Big guy now, crying out for help as he battles a stroke. According to him, his son has ignored his call since 2022. Without evidence, many quickly assumed he was a deadbeat father, concluding that he deserved his fate. So you don't know. You can't run to the internet and say it was a deadbeat father. You simply don't know shit. Like me too, right? So, but as more voices emerged, especially from Lagos Island, where he lived, a different truth was revealed. A different truth. Somebody said, oh no, there's only one truth. Let's call a spade a spade. There are different truths. What are these truths? The truths are a function of the experience, the outlook on life of the person who thinks they are telling the truth. The same thing is true for myself. Now, it is still very true that the truth shall go undefeated. One day, the actual truth will catch up. And you should do nothing against but for the truth. It's always true. I think that's part of the scripture. I don't know exactly what, but that's one of my favorite scriptures ever. Okay? That's why I laugh when people say, let's just tell the truth. I'm like laughing. Who's telling you? Yeah, the truth. You a bona fide liar like the rest of us. I beg. Anyway, Mr. Odusi Fatai was not an absentee father. Far from it. He single-handedly raised Asake from the age of 3 after his mother left. Now, here's the thing. There's a nuance to absentee father. There are physically present father who are also absentee father. You see? Another angle we don't know. Right? So as much as we don't want to judge Ashake's father, we also don't want to give him a quick out and just say, and then what do? You turn around, you take that one side, you say life is unfair. No, you don't know shit. Okay? So what is the truth then? Stop hanging out on the fence, you see? Get off that high horse. You don't know the truth. Okay, that's the point. And that humility to be able to say, I don't know the truth, is the key that winners in life have that losers don't have. Okay? That's why you don't see them jump out there and make a statement so fast. Even oftentimes when they're making statements, media specialist or somebody who will help them cook up something to just help you to calm down, you know. He worked as a local government council staff on the island, known and respected by many. He sold his car to send Asake to Obafemi Awolowo University. Asake primary and secondary teachers, colleagues, and neighbors have all testified to his sacrifices and dedication. See, I'm reading this for the first time. What I do is I save them. For the most part, I can't catch everything, so I save them. And then if I see that this is an interesting thing to talk about, so I'm actually reading that for the first time. Okay. All right, so let's see. Mr. Odusi Fatai was not an absentee father. Far from it. He single-handedly raised Asake from the age of 3 after his mother left. So what do some people do? Say, he did all of this. It is unfair. Asake is being unfair to his father. Yeah, okay. If you say so. He worked as a local government council staff on the island, known and respected by many. He sold his car to send Asake to Obafemi University. Asake primary secondary education, colleagues and neighbors have all testified to his sacrifices and dedication. Ironically, the mother who left Asake as a child is now his favorite. Okay, all right. So maybe it's his favorite, but why? Are you patient enough to find out why? Or you're just going to easily, so simply say, that boy is just, another easy route, the easiest route that some people take is they will say, he named himself Asake after his mother. The mother had told him lies. That's another easy route. That's the easy chicken out route to take. To go out and give this opinion, I'm telling you, it's one of the weakest opinion you can ever have. To say that, the mother has taught him, he's only going by what the mother said. That's a very weak angle to come from. Yeah, I said it. Yep. Can it be the truth? Yes. The problem comes when you make it a conclusive thing. When you conclude that that's just what it is. No, you cannot conclude. You don't know what happened. And for what I'm seeing, life is not that easy. It's not that simple for you to just tell a lie to a child. Everybody, if you want to win, all you have to do is tell lies to your child and then you win. But we know that's not that true. It's not true, right? It's not that easy, I wanted to say. Anyway, ironically, the mother who left the Asake as a child is now his favorite. He even adopted her name, Asake, as his stage identity. Life truly takes unexpected turns. Now, a man who gave everything for his son is suffering alone, abandoned, and in need. Now, that statement can actually be true, maybe 99% even true. But guess where your power is? See that 1% that's left is what we need to find out. That's where the actual truth is. Okay? That's like that isokinki to badije. That poison, that 1% poison is what we need to find out. That's where the power is. This is bigger than social media debate. It is a call for humanity. Well-meaning Nigerians, please rise to support Mr. Odusi Fatai. Let's not allow a father's sacrifices to be forgotten. You know what I just picked up from there? That's calling Asake a monster. You're basically saying Asake is a monster. Why would he do that to his father? I guarantee you it's not that simple. You just don't know what you don't know. You just, Shagun Ben Ajayi, you just don't know what you don't know. You know? Okay. But again, a quick catch up. While we're talking about this, the viral video from Asake, you know, where Ashake's father, and then obviously since then the viral video of Asake responding said you can't satisfy the world. So maybe there's a lot of things he's saying in that 1 or 2 sentences. Somebody said, I think I have that post here by Dayo Amusa. Dayo Amusa said, when Asake covered his face in tattoos, I once remarked that he was either rebranding or masking a pain he wasn't ready to confront. His childhood remains a mystery. Exactly. Some say his father was absent, others claim his mother was harsh. But I won't judge a father who left or a mother who did what she could. Now, you can flip that. The other truth is now they're saying the mother left. If you flip it, it's still true. She's making a good statement here. What matters is that Asake deserves love, not a public spectacle. Fame doesn't heal the wounds of parental rejection. A child raised on I love you moves through life differently than one who hears I want nothing to do with you, or I am suffering because of you, you know, or I spent all my money on you and you still turn out to be nothing. You say that a lot, and then the child will win, and then you now want to be entitled, or everything in between. I don't know what happened, right? Fame doesn't heal. I want nothing to do with you. Some wounds money cannot fix, only deep intentional healing can. Rather than judge, I choose to send love to this remarkable artist and even the parents, you know. To parents, be present. Be present doesn't mean physically, does not mean just physically or financially. That's something that we can run away with here, okay? Be present mean, okay, I can at least name at least 4 different aspects to being present. Physically, of course, as much as you can. Sometimes it's not feasible because you must survive. Physically, financially, right? Spiritually, emotionally. Those 4, right? If you can do those 4, if you can do 2 of those 4 well, you'll be better off than most parents out here. Okay? All right? You'll be better off than most parents out here. But oftentimes you have people that did one of them very well, and then they feel entitled. Okay? The spiritual and the emotional aspect of things are critical. They're critical. So that means even physically you might not be there a lot, but you being able to identify that, be self-aware about that, and then find a way to cover those voids, healthy ways, okay? Because if all you're doing is spending money to cover that void, you said you will collect, you know? But it's just something to think about. So she says to parents, be present, be the voice your child hears before the world tries to define them. A child who feels truly seen and loved at home has less to prove to the world. As a victim of such circumstances, I can relate. I wish them well. There you have it. There you have it. That's Ashake's story for you in a nutshell. I think there's a lot that we can learn from that. Do me a favor, okay? This is what I struggle with, and you can help me. If you truly find value in these videos that I drop from time to time, take the time, I beg of you, please. Okay? Take the time and identify where I said what I said and what you thought was the greatest lesson you were able to extract. It could be lesson, it could be insight, it could be a disagreement too. In fact, funny in a weird twisted way, I actually like the disagreements more because it helps me grow. So but insight, lessons, disagreements, help me highlight them. You can put the timestamp in the comment section by simply put, let's say it was at the 2 minutes and 30-second mark, you would put 2 colon, like a full colon, and 30, 2 colon 30, like the timestamp, and you put that, and then you put that comment and your own comment and what I said and the insight you got out of it, the disagreement, the additional context you want to add to it. Oh, here's the one that I like the most, when you can relate and how you can relate. Occasionally I get those, and anytime if you've been that, if you help me with regards to that and adding those comments, I really love them. It helps me highlight that point, and then also we can cut up that part and put them out there on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, and get the words out there and continue to grow the platform. All right, but I want to say thank you. So what other lessons could we get out of this? Could we learn from this? Because as I've repeatedly said, now this is not as simple as just making right and wrong statements on the internet. Let me see if this video is a useful video. Let me see. Then we can end with this. It's a 7 minutes video. I wonder what they're saying in it. Oh, it's Yoruba. No, I'd rather not. Let's not worry about that. Let me see here. Okay. All right, let me just look at some of this comments. Somebody said on Twitter, which one is from his mother's side? So you don't know his mother's name is Asake, and that's the name he decided to take up on the stage. Okay, all right. Why would he be so heartless and ungrateful? Asake was like the father he never had. All right, so see, that person suffers from lack of critical thinking, right? There are heartless human beings, but your lessons is not in saying they're heartless. It's to find out at a critical thinking level, why are they heartless? That's where your power lies, not in just calling out the obvious. So if they're heartless, why? They're just heartless. Sometimes some people don't even have patience. They're just heartless. That's your emotion speaking. You struggle from lack of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is first step to that is mastering your own emotions. Okay. The second step is that gives you the ability to be able to see other people when they're operating from a place of emotions. And then the third step to that is social intelligence. Knowing that you don't live in a cave. All right, so let me see here. See, Asake na ingrate. Okay, if I was to agree with you, why do you think Asake is an ingrate? yeah, you're right.
Well, you're right.
But why is Asake an ingrate? That's what I want to know from you. That's the value you can add to the conversation, not telling us the obvious. You feel me? Let me get to this next one here. They play Shey Asake wey me don't go buy new JBL because of his next hit. Okay, I guess some people are trying to cancel him. Right? He's bigger than Asake. I know. Okay, Asake. Somebody said, I guess it's bigger than Asake. I don't know. I don't know what they're replying to. Nobody in Yoruba land claim another state. We always rep our state of origin, and Agboile, yes, Yoruba land is an empire where we live together as one. Also, our culture has nothing to do with others' ways. Y'all come to our region as parasites to leech off our development. Okay, that's a tribalistic person talking. Let's see if there are any other comments here that we can look at that's worth anything. Now God go punish this lege walai. Why must he mouth for their matter? I be them what spoil Asake career. Okay. Instead of this same, let me just find some more meaningful comment here. Somebody said, make Asake no lie to us. He should go and take care of his father. You cannot manipulate him to go and take care of his father. You cannot emotionally blackmail him to go and take care of his father. You know why? He has an emotional, painful thing going on. Okay? And if that's not addressed, it's not going to work. It's hitting the wall. You're hitting the wall. He's not even hearing what you're saying. If anything, he might hear it in a toxic way. Let me go viral more, which is what Lande is doing. We're going to talk about Lande in this live session that's coming up. Which is why, again, those of you that keep saying education are scam, you go collect. But I'm here for it. Those of you that say marriage is a scam, yourself. What the?
Sorry.
Right? I'm not talking to people that don't want marriage at all. If you don't want marriage, then you simply don't want marriage. That should be very simple. All right. Let's see. Somebody said make him go beg and settle with him parents. Asake go soon be like him. It might turn out to be like him, but it's not that cookie cutter right and wrong angle you're looking at it from. It's not that simple. He might actually never end up like his father. How's that? I know you're waiting for karma. You go wait tired. Anyway. So I said, make Asake go ask Dele Ali. I don't know who Dele Ali is. I guarantee you Dele Ali's story is different. You might be aligning it because you're trying to justify your own personal bullshit. I guarantee you they're two different stories. You guys don't understand. There are 8 billion unique stories going on at the same time. You don't get it, do you? Asake needs to apologize. Apologies are mostly destructive because usually people are apologizing from a place of let me just push the issue under the rug or manipulation, right? That's where most people are apologizing from, or low self-esteem. Some people also apologize from a place of low self-esteem. They think they need the person they're apologizing that badly. They don't apologize. The only authentic place to apologize from is where you've listened, assessed, agreed that you were wrong. You have to agree that you were wrong before an apology is actually effective. If you apologize from anything less than that, yeah, you go collect.
Sorry.
Yeah, because eventually you're going to have unrealistic expectations around that apology, and when the person can read that shit and know that your apology wasn't authentic, then they will continue to show you shaggy. And then you will like, but at least I apologize. No, you were trying to emotionally blackmail the person to submission, and it's not going to work. Okay, why? Because it was never as simple as right and wrong. Yeah. Oh, she feels like I was wrong, so I just thought at least if I own up to it. No, but you didn't own up to it. They can smell your bullshit from 10,000 miles away. Leave Asake and post Ray. Nigerians are suffering, but you think Asake and his family is our problem. Anyway, the moment you stop giving money to people you've been spending on, they turn on you. They don't even want to know what you're dealing with. If truly Asake abandoned him, they should have came out when he was making waves under YBNL. Okay, that's a better angle. At least that person is saying it's not that simple. Somebody said, funny enough, Asake's father did the same thing. Did what? That's the person that's assuming that he abandoned his child physically. Okay, he might have done it. Maybe the person got it right. But the point here is that I guarantee you this is emotional neglect of some sort. Oh, this guy is not. This guy does not feel safe for Asake. Okay, doesn't mean he's wrong. The point is that it's a much complex issue than picking a side. Somebody, I don't even understand his way of thinking. How can he abandon his own father and be making only his mother happy? That's totally wrong. I'm a big fan of Asake. This issue, they worried my mind. You're gonna learn the hard way. You know how to say, young man, you think it was your father's fault that you are this way? You become a man someday. That statement is thick. Okay, that statement is very, very, very thick. I guarantee you. All right, man. Should I limit my videos to 10 minutes? Because this was supposed to be 10 minutes, or you guys don't mind 1 hour videos? Let me know in the comment section, please. If you don't mind 1 hour videos, let me know. in the comment section. If you think it's too long that you like 10 minutes, also let me know. But the way I analyze this stuff, you know, when I script the video ahead of time, I can do 10 minutes. But when I'm speaking from the heart like this, then, you know, it's hard for me to do it under 10 minutes. Okay. Let me be honest with you. I'm looking at the numbers more so than your single hand. The opinions does help. It helps me with qualitative analysis, but I am looking at the numbers too, just so you know. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have? What else shall we have it? Let's see. Somebody said the worst people than Mohbad's dad and Asake's dads are the ones that platform them because of clout and what peanuts they can. Okay, this is a video that we should watch. Let's see what they're saying. So these people are saying you cannot. It looks like they're a family member or something. You see, they took pictures. Asake's baby mother, that's the person that had a baby for Asake. Apparently Asake has not taken care of his baby too. It is much more complicated than he abandoned his baby mother. Okay, should he take care of his baby mother? Let me be clear about this before I leave this video. Yes, he should take care of his baby mother. He should at least make sure that his children are taken care of. But you notice there's a very unique word I'm using there, should. That word carries more meaning than the way we use it. Should is often coming from a place of fantasies. Okay, the reality is what we're looking at. It's not taking care of his baby mother because of deeper reasons. So if you're going to appeal to him, make sure you're appealing to his emotions. If not, if you just fall on deaf ear, you will judge him, but you know, but it's just judgment. That's all it is. So you just look at you and say, you know, imagine how many of us do you think is listening to? He's listening to his emotions more than anything else. So if you can't appeal to his emotions, it's not going to work. I'm talking to people that care about the results. If all you want to do is just catch social media cruise, I have nothing to share with you. I'm just saying, you know. So as you can see, let's keep going. Let's play this video.
Me, I'm not going to go to your mother's matter, but you need to do the needful and take care of your family.
He said, you can't come here and we won't talk. We will talk. See why I can't judge Asake now. I mean, the entitlement is mad, but it's okay. So even me, that I'm not Asake, I can feel like you're entitled. Okay, I'm good. I'm good on that. Like, then do your worst. Even me, that I'm not Asake. So I don't know, but it's just fine that you should just do the needful, do the right thing. I know, me too. I agree with you. It's just that you're just talking, okay?
orúkọ tèmi ní Fatai Malu alias Malu bàbá Tani bàbá Ahmed Àyìndé Ọlọ́ládé Ọdúnsì Asake mi mọ́ fún Asake.
Oh, so he's still arrogant. They say Asake, that's his stage name. That's what is known as around the world, right? Even though Yimbo people of all different colors, they know who Asake is. But this Baba no fit humble himself and say Asake. Why? Because his enemy, the mother, is the one who bears Asake. Because he's hurt that his own son, but yet he wants his money. He wants what I'm seeing is that he wants a $50 million house. Naira, sorry, Naira. Maybe we're about to have a part two. Let me know if you want a part two. But I know him as Asake, so now I'm guilty already. I'm gonna leave this video here. I think that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Join me live. We're gonna talk about land there. We're just gonna cruise and catch some fun with that. All right. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. God bless. Peace.
miss your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.